Bang! Good morning, everyone. It's been brought to my attention the music was a little too loud at the beginning and the end, so we have fixed that. It will not be as loud. My apologies.
Yeah, it's just that, like, when you were saying, you know, we were saying our goodbyes, and this is the two-headed nerd signing off, like, the music was so loud you couldn't hear anything.
Who's talking right now? Who even knows?
I'm the ghost of the internet's Joe Patrick.
Okay, there we go. My name's Matt Bond. We're the hosts of the Two-Headed Nerd, and on Saturdays we get together with some of our listeners, and we just talk about nerdy stuff, and there's all kinds of nerdy stuff to talk about. My buddy Jim went and saw the new, is it 28 years later, Adventures in the Boneyard or whatever it's called, getting boned down in the bone ducks or what was it?
Boning down in the boneyard.
Down.
Yeah. Right. 28 years later, getting boned in the boneyard.
How was it? It looked. I loved the last one. Loved it. Like one of my favorite films of last year. All of my favorite films of last year were horror films.
You could have told me they had to have filmed this back to back.
They did.
It's such a flow.
Yeah. Oh, they definitely did, because they announced
even with the new director, who I didn't realize she directed the Marvels movie, and you're like, what?
Oh, really?
Is this? Yeah.
It was the same woman that directed the Marvels movie. Huh.
Yeah, she did the Candyman reboot. That's why she got famous.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
This is more Nia DaCosta, right?
Yeah. So this is more horror. That's all I'll say. This is way more bloodier than the last one.
I did not love the Candyman reboot. Didn't love.
But this was excellent. Yeah. I'm not talking about spoilers, but yeah, if you like the last one and you like the franchise, you'll have a great
If you
time
like to get boned in the boneyard, this is the movie.
Absolutely right.
Getting boned.
Ralph Fiennes is incredible.
Ralph Fiennes.
What a joy. What a joy. Way more him in this film, I guess, than the last one.
Nice.
Such a joy.
I do love him. And if you need someone to just be insane, you can't go wrong. That guy is wild. Even normal roles where he's like a normal guy, you look at him and go, that guy's whacked out.
I mean, he sort of like materialized fully formed in Schindler's List 30 years ago, right? Kind of, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, Ralph Fiennes is like probably one of the best actors on the planet Earth.
He's incredible. He's
yeah.
incredible. All right, so Bone Temple. Yeah, I got to do
Temple.
that. I will definitely see that. That sounds like a ton. Star Trek Starfleet Academy started this week. Totally
two episode premiere. It's a little bit younger skewing. Maybe if Frank pops in, we can talk about it a little bit more. But it's sort of like a young adult kind of YA.
Oh, really?
Because it's
like Degrassi Junior High in space.
No, but I mean,
is there a girl that gets pregnant? She doesn't know what to do, and like a guy in a wheelchair that got shot. Yet. Oh, not yet. Okay.
No. But it's like it's the focus is on the teens, so obviously it's kind of a different vibe. But I really liked the first two episodes. The second episode, especially, I thought was a ton of fun. Paul Giamatti and Holly Hunter are incredible.
Holly Hunter and Paul Giamatti are on this show?
Yeah, Paul Giamatti's the villain, and Holly Hunter is the Chancellor of Starfleet Academy.
Oh, that's fun.
And she's of the same race as Carol Kane's character on Strange New Worlds.
Oh, so she's like one of those.
So she's like 1,000,000 years old.
Yeah.
Or she's like 500, 600 years old. And
that's fun.
She's great. And then the guy from The Mummy that was the admiral in Discovery shows up.
Okay.
I don't know his real name. I'm sorry. I just know him as the guy from The Mummy.
Yeah, he's great.
And then it's pretty wonderful. Some of the acting from the kids is a little weird. Like what they're doing with the Klingon kid is, I don't care for it. But we'll see what happens.
What do you mean?
Not his character arc, but like the way he's being portrayed, like the voice they've put on him and the way his acting, not the strongest. But then there's another character who is a holographic entity. And so it's kind of the evolution of what happened to the Doctor on Voyager.
That's fun. Yeah.
And the Doctor from Voyager is a character on the show.
Oh, nice.
Like literally that character from Voyager, because he's a hologram. He doesn't age. And so he's like the chief, he's like whatever professor of xenobiology and stuff. And now in 1,000 years in the future, there are like whole colonies of holographic living beings, and they call themselves photonics, and this girl is one of them.
Oh.
And so she's trying to get him to be her mentor. It's like it's a lot of great stuff.
So the holographic people have full on like personhood now.
Yeah, no, they're sentient beings. Yes,
Oh, shit.
correct.
That's crazy.
And so he asks her, he's like, "How long have you existed?" Right? And she says, "Well, I'm 17." And he says, "No, you are created to be 17.
Right.
How long have you existed?" And she's like, 4 months. So it's a lot of really
Complicated
fun stuff like that.
That's complicated.
Yeah. But I recommend it. First 2 episodes, real good stuff. And then there's one surly kid that gets, full of kind of tropes like, "You got one chance, kid, and that's Starfleet Academy." And he's looking for his mom, and his mom is Tatiana Maslany from She-Hulk and Orphan Black.
Oh. It's like you failed out all the other academies, and all that's left is that dump Starfleet Academy.
So it's a really, I don't want to spoil it because it's a really compelling opening.
Okay.
This relationship between this kid and Holly Hunter.
All right.
And good stuff. Good stuff.
Okay.
So
Definitely check that out. We'll see if Frank.
it's off to a strong start.
Okay.
So
I'll give it a watch. Damon and I were talking about Percy Jackson and the Edge on that show. And I love Adam Copeland. I'm happy for him. I love it when wrestlers do well and like go out in Hollywood and they're just great. Although it does, I've only seen clips, but it does sound like he's just kind of doing him.
Well, I mean, Adam.
You want, though?
What?
Isn't that kind of what you want, though, from when you're going to hire somebody that is like known for being a character?
No.
Don't you want him to be that character?
No.
And honestly, I and I don't know if it's just the fact that I'm kind of divorced from wrestling a little bit, but when he came on, like I 100% believed in his Aries. And I was like, oh, he looks familiar. He didn't seem to be like he's definitely not as bombastic as the Edge. I would say he's toning it down a fair bit. He's much more sinister because he's
bad,
a defecting god of Aries, god of war. And there's a fair bit of humor in his character too. He was in season 1 and then he's come back in season 2. And there's a funny bit with a resurrected Ironside ship from the Civil War that he brings back for one of his kids to use on a quest. He's got all these like resurrected soldiers of wars, and one of them's Mitch, who's a Blockbuster employee, and he's a survivor of the streaming wars.
Okay, that's good. That's pretty funny.
That's cute.
Until I see the show, I'm just gonna picture this character as the Edge from YouTube because I don't know what the wrestler looks like.
Actually, okay, just clarification going forward. He's just Edge, not the Edge.
Sorry. There's Edge, and then there's the Edge.
And he is not Edge anymore. He is Adam Copeland. He was
Adam Copeland,
Edge.
correct. Yeah.
So the guy from U2 is Edge Senior, and this other guy is Edge Junior.
No, he is the Edge. This is just Edge, the rated R superstar.
Yeah, there you go.
Rated R superstar.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah. That's his little nickname. Adam Copeland's always been good though.
When he was partners with Christian.
Yes.
Yeah. And he kind of technically is now.
They sort of
in a way.
Yeah, in a way. They say it's combative though, and it's great. Yeah. And Joe, to answer your question, no, we don't want our wrestlers, and they literally can't.
I suppose you know what? As I was saying that, I was like, well, you wouldn't want Dwayne Johnson to be the Rock in every movie.
Dwayne Johnson is the Rock in everything.
Actually, like Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah. There's nothing Dwayne Johnson can do about it.
Yeah. Listen, I think
it depends on the character, right?
Right. Here's the thing. I think when The Rock first started and he was like, The Rock essentially, and he's been The Rock in like, pretty much he was like the Schwarzenegger for a while. Like, what you're going to get when you cast Arnold, what you're going to get.
Yeah, right.
Cast. Unfortunately for him, as time went on, it was becoming very apparent that he couldn't play anything other than Dwayne Johnson.
Much like Arnold Schwarzenegger, we figured out this is what he does, and all he can do.
Yeah, exactly, and
like not everybody's a Dave Bautista, right?
Right.
And I want to say, like,
or even a John Cena.
I was going to say, like,
John Cena, right?
Right. All of these guys.
Trailer looks good.
Oh yeah, I do like that with Jason Momoa. That looks like actually a lot of
Is
fun.
that,
Like,
the
I
one
haven't
with,
seen
is that the one with Bautista?
Yeah, Bautista
Yeah,
Momoa.
he's
It looks
great.
fun.
And
Buddy
That
cop.
does look kind of fun.
It looks fun.
they play brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
exactly. And one of them is like a Marine, and one of them is a cop, and like he comes back, they come back for their dad's funeral, and then it becomes a whole them versus Yakuza, and they have a whole bunch of guns.
Sure.
Yeah, big, like
They're
big
weirdly-
Tango and Cash, Bad Boys, you know,
But
like
they're weirdly convincing as siblings. Like they look like
Yeah.
they could be related.
And Batista's not Polynesian. Well, he's technically, I guess, Filipino. So
Yeah.
I guess it's somewhere in that family. But he's not a Samoan or anything
He's
like
just
that. So.
he's brown enough for Hollywood to be like, yeah, they're brothers.
Yeah, there you go. Why not?
Okay.
Hey, Brian, you are right. Kindergarten Cop. Arnold was great in Kindergarten
He was.
Cop.
Well, he has some comedic chops.
There was
that.
range.
And I'm not kidding when I say that because I just rewatched Kindergarten Cop a few weeks ago. It was on cable.
It's a
I was
great
like,
movie.
I'm watching this.
It's a great movie.
He's not a
And
Kuma.
he's great in it.
Yeah. But I mean, he's just doing Arnold. They're just saying, now read this, read these funny
I also
lines.
love him in Twins with Danny DeVito,
Yeah.
where
Oh,
he's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like this naive
By the way,
strongman.
oh yeah. Yeah, well, when I said Arnold, I didn't necessarily mean that Arnold was bad in any of that.
No.
I just meant The
Sure,
Rock knows range actually might be more limited than Arnold, to be honest
right.
with you.
Yeah,
So,
I'm with
I
you
hate to
there.
say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like the Rock, Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Johnson is Dwayne Johnson in every movie. He's not The Rock,
Yes.
but he is Dwayne Johnson.
He is the
in
Rock.
every movie.
He's the Rock.
Well,
in
but
every
he's
movie.
not like
Yeah.
doing the eyebrow and calling people jabroni.
Yes, he is. He does the
No, he's
eyebrow
not.
in every
He does-
movie.
he does do the eyebrow
He
sometimes.
turns and
Yeah,
looks
he does
at
do
the
it.
camera in every of it, like movie I've seen. There's a scene where he walks in and goes.
I mean, like, you
doing
watch
the eye.
you watch
Actually.
Rampage. You watch Rampage, the video game adaptation with the big gorilla, and he's the same guy as he is in Skyscraper when he's married to
Yes,
Carla Gugino
sure.
and he's got one leg.
Yeah.
And he's the same guy as he is in the Jumanji movie.
And he's
They're making
Hobbs from
they're
Fast
making
and
a
Furious.
third Jumanji movie
Yeah.
thing.
I can't
by the
believe
way,
that.
and I can't fucking wait because those movies
I
are
love both.
awesome.
Yeah. Jack Black was great in there. They had good chemistry, the entire cast.
Kevin Hart is funny. Karen Gillan is great. Like those movies are really fun.
John is right. He's legit good in the Smashing Machine. He's legit good in it.
Well, that was what I was going to bring up. I had a feeling that when he came up, that movie came up, he was like, "Look, I need to at least get nominated for one Academy Award
Yeah.
at some point." And that was it.
He was nominated. Like he was nominated for a Golden Globe, and when they called all the other actors' names that he was nominated against, you have just a moment where you feel kind of bad for the guy because it's like there's no fucking
Yeah,
way.
yeah. It's just like
There's no fucking way
this
he's gonna win against some of the other people that were nominated for Golden Globes.
True.
God bless. Though. I did hear he tried though, because I mean the prosthetics alone look crazy what they did with him
Yeah.
to make him look like
They really did.
Mark Kerr.
They really
So,
did. And look, is he still Dwayne Johnson playing Mark Kerr? Yes, it is a toned down
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson. And he's
I
a
can
fighter, like okay, like sure, but he is good in it. He's very good in it. So I don't know.
So let's take a quick pivot here because JD brought up a topic that I think is really fun. There is a slew of indie comics getting film and television adaptations.
I knew we were getting grim.
Most notably, Jeremy Hahn's The Beauty is about to premiere on FX. And it was developed by Ryan Murphy, who is like one of the most popular TV guys on the planet right now.
Yeah, I mean, say what you want to about his work, but he prints money.
He prints money.
And I'm like, those trailers are really effective. Like, I think Ashton Kutcher does a great job as like this evil, whatever he is. I don't know if he's like the devil or what.
So
No,
I never read
he's
The
like a
Beauty,
tech farmer,
but
bro.
the beauty is great. The beauty is
I
great.
have heard of it though.
I read a couple, but I
All
don't know if
props
it's
to
like
Jeremy
I don't know how
Hahn.
closely it is.
I love
being
Jeremy
adapted.
Hahn, and I hope the best. And I hope they wrote him a huge friggin' check. I no longer care about Ryan Murphy shows, and it's been a long time since I have. He has put
I
out
get that,
crap.
but I'm definitely
after
going to give it a
crap
try
after
just
crap.
to see.
This last thing he put out, the monster Ed Gein story, unwatchable. It's like not even trying. It was just garbage. Terrible.
Is he also? I think he's doing that. single ladies getting it for themselves show on Hulu. I think it's got Kim Kardashian in it.
Yeah.
I heard is like straight up terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't cared about Ryan Murphy since American Horror Story, honestly, and even that I fell off long time ago. Like I fell off on the Trump season with the clown cult.
Yeah. It was too scary for me.
Yeah, I mean,
it wasn't though. That was the thing.
Well, this is before I got back into horror but I did like the Asylum season, but that's like season 2. That's way back.
Yeah. Coven was the best season, and Apocalypse was actually pretty good too. But beside the point, no, I mean, I just think it's interesting because it's like, not only the Beauty is coming out, but then Stephanie Phillips announced that Grimm is coming out on
awesome.
Amazon.
And that's going to be animated, right?
And that's animated. And, oh, God, who did they say was involved with it?
I'm looking for it right now, and it's very hard to find because everything is like The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy or Grimm.
But it's also just Grim with one M, which is going to make it much harder to
Or that Grimm show that was on NBC and
Oh, God. I remember that, unfortunately, too.
You check her TikTok because he did
try searching for Stephanie Phillips instead of searching for the title.
I did.
Yeah.
It's really hard to find. It's not doing.
Did she just announce
it? It's in development, so it's going to be a minute before it comes out.
Yeah,
but
that's still good news. I mean, excellent.
There's some big names behind.
The only thing I can find is a Bleeding Cool article that says Grimm explodes on eBay after Netflix adult animation announcement. News dropped: the creator-owned comic book series Grimm with Flaviano from Boom Studios ended last month, but 25 was going to be made in an animated series from Netflix with Wednesday creators Alfred Gouge, I don't know, and Miles Miller to executive produce.
That's right. We talked about this because I mentioned how much Smallville is not a great show.
Alongside Love, Death, and Robots supervising director Jennifer Yu.
That's it. Yeah.
Love, Death, and Robots.
That's pretty cool.
Is real goddamn good. Yeah.
Yeah. So to have the Wednesday, and in the TikTok she was talking about, she said that she was talking to Netflix and they were like, well, we want to do this, all that, and then simultaneously, the Wednesday crew and the Love, Death, and Robots crew both came and said, hey, we'd be interested in doing this. And Netflix went, well, can we all do it together? And they said, oh, yeah. So Wednesday crew is handling the story. Love, Death, and Robots is handling the animation and the pace.
That's great.
Love it.
And the scene design. And her and is it Flaviano is the artist on that. That's her partner.
Mm-hmm.
They are executive producers.
That's awesome. Flaviano is so goddamn talented, and that book was
incredible. That book is.
But I thought it was really cool that he definitely made a point of this is ours, not mine.
Right.
This is ours.
Right.
Between her and Flaviano, and so I'm just excited for that. And I'm just excited for more adult animation.
Totally. I think the success of Invincible has really shown
since,
adults will watch this stuff. Invincible has been huge for Amazon, and I don't think they predicted that at all.
And I know you poo-pooed it quite a bit, but the Vox Machina and the Mighty Nine.
It's just not for me. That's all. I get why people like it. It's just not. It just doesn't.
I'm in withdrawal since the season of Mighty Nine paused, and
I need to watch
I'm
that.
jonesing for it because it's so much better. I love Vox Machina, and the Mighty Nine is even better.
That's what I've heard. I've heard it's excellent.
JD, while we're kind of on the subject of these, like the Vox Machina and stuff, do you play video games at all?
No.
Oh shoot!
Video games are from morons, Joe.
There's a
No,
series.
I just have a hugely addictive personality, and I would never get anything done if I ever owned a console.
Gotcha.
There's a game series out right now, and it's sort of episodic, like those old Telltale games, like The Walking Dead. It's called Dispatch.
Oh yes! Oh my god!
And
it is my favorite game from last year.
It is about a guy who is a former superhero, and he ends up being a dispatcher, sort of like a 911 dispatcher at a call center that dispatches superheroes.
That's kind of cool.
And Matt Mercer is one of the main guys, and
One of the main voice actors.
Well, I think he's also one of the head writers, and
nice. Okay.
He's very much involved in it.
It's really, really good if you have a chance to check it out. If you like,
did you play through it, Joe? Do you know the
no.
you got in the
I'm
game?
only through episode 1.
Yeah.
Okay. It's so good.
I only play mobile games, and even those take up too much of my time. So
understood.
Yeah.
Well, here's a recommendation for everybody for Dispatch. It's really
100%.
Cool.
Yeah, no, I beat it 3 times. I can assure you, there's different endings.
Fun.
I can assure you, the writing is on par with like any animated show in general, because it plays like an animated show.
It does, and the animation is incredible.
It is.
The rise of adult animation also makes me very, very hopeful, because then I do hope it means that we do get our wish, and that Jim Butcher finally gets to do another adaptation of Dresden Files, because he always said his ideal adaptation would be animated.
I would love it. Absolutely love it. And quite honestly, a lot of these books, a book like Grimm, for example, I don't need a live action telling of that. I would rather see a stylized, animated Grimm show. And that goes for a lot of these comics.
It would be so effects heavy.
Right. Well, not just that.
It's all metaphysical craziness.
But not just that.
And
part of the story.
Technicolor wild.
Yes.
The colors in that show is or in that comic are what's so important.
That's just it. Like as good as the Stephanie Phillips story is, it's Flaviano's style that makes that book stand out. And I'm not saying it wouldn't be as good with a different artist, but the two of them together lift the product to something higher. And that's what worries me a little bit about something that's killing the children. Something that's killing the children is going to get a live action, and I hope it's great. I really do. But part of what I love about that book is the art and the feel and the way the monsters look and stuff. And outside of spending $100 million an episode on something like Sandman, it's going to be really hard to capture that feeling.
I have sorry, Jade. I didn't want to cut you off.
That's right. I agree with you, Matt, because one of the things I've also noticed about that book in particular is when any other artist draw Erica, it feels wrong.
Yes, totally. Because when we normally see her, like Erica is not a sex machine. Erica looks like a messed up, spastic lunatic of a person. And when she's killing
got those big eyes, she's got that scrawny body.
Yeah.
Just kind of like emaciated and just like, always hunched over, And when the versions that I have all have like the variant covers in the back. And like you said, you get a Jim Lee style or a Jason.
It doesn't work.
It's just like, it's almost gross.
And not only does it not work, it doesn't, like, I might not recognize the character. You know what I mean? Like if somebody else were to draw it, like, I mean, maybe if you had like somebody really stylized, like a Jim Mahfood or somebody drew her, I'd be like, oh, that's cool. But when it's clean, when it's, comic book slick looking, I might look at it and be like, I'm not sure who that is, because I'm so used to how that character looks. And I'm afraid that when I see the live action show, I'm going to pull back a little bit and go, oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So Mark says a faithful Mignola style Hellboy series is the first thing that's coming to his mind while listening to us.
Stop making Hellboy movies. Stop it.
There were those direct to video.
That was good.
And they were
Sword of Storms. And then there was a second one, and they're closer to that. They're not full on Mignola.
We have never seen that yet.
But they are pretty dang good looking.
They are, but they're closer, but not.
And it would have been nice to see more of them. More of those.
I mean, because if you want to see like really cool Mignola animation, there was
video game.
Short film of The Amazing Screw-On Head.
Yes,
that was great.
And then there was also a video game that came out not too long ago.
The Hellboy video game, though.
It's Hellboy like Web of Weird or
it did not play the gameplay fine. The way it looks, amazing.
Visually, though, it is a Mignola
Yeah.
game in action.
Yeah.
Or a Mignola cartoon in action.
Schmark Schmerman's talking about it right now in the chat.
Screw on Head was amazing.
Screw on Head was
Screw on
incredible.
Head, like half-hour cartoon is really great.
And that's like more of that, please. When we do these comic book adaptations, the thing that we usually lose is the art. And the art is the, at least 50 to 80% of the story, right? And I think they did a great job with Invincible of getting the feel of how that book looks and translating it very well to animation. Like when I watch Invincible, I feel like I'm watching an Invincible comic book. It's doing the thing, right? And it's not perfect. It's not totally Ryan Ottley. Ryan Ottley's way too talented to even probably animate, it'd be insane. But they've got the style and the feel, and I just hope we don't lose that with something as good as something that's killing the children. Damon, you had a thought about this, so we interrupted. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no, it's okay. All I was going to say was, you were talking about like, I don't know, using extra CG and something like a potential adaptation like that. All I was going to say was like, you could go Fallout and they just build practical sets and have a giant Deathclaw that's actually not CG,
Sure.
which is kind of insane. So
for some reason, with these video game adaptations, I totally forgive. I don't care. It washes it. Like Twisted Metal was a lot of fun. Fallout's great, and it just kind of washes over me. And I go, okay, the rest of us, or The Last of Us, or whatever, that lends itself perfectly because the graphics are so goddamn good. But when it comes to comics,
not so much, depending on which game you're playing.
True. When it comes to comics, I want that adult animation. Like I feel more going back and watching the animated Spider-Man films recently than I do revisiting the live action Spider-Man films. Like they're more joyful and fun and rad looking, And
So
I agree.
JD, that revival, that wasn't Jeremy Hahn, that was Tim Seeley and Mike Norton.
Oh, that's right.
Mike Norton is the co-creator of Revival, but good for both of those guys. I mean, I don't blame you for forgetting it because it's hard to imagine the guy that draws Battle Pug creating a comic book like Revival.
And isn't and aren't they all part of like the Bad Karma crew with Jeremy Hahn? I think Tim Seeley's part of that group.
Yeah, I think that is true.
Yes.
I think that is true.
Yeah. And not to mention the fact that, like,
guys.
think about Stranger Things, we talked about a lot last week. Think about the issues you run into when you have a character that's a kid and the show keeps going and the show takes a long time to put out. I'm not saying that animation can happen overnight, but you avoid a lot of those problems when you just have a voice actor.
Yeah. I mean, again, not to keep bringing it back to the Golden Globes, but there was a lot of obviously a lot of attention was paid to K-pop Demon Hunters. And the people that made the movie were like so grateful for the attention and so, surprised that it was such a big hit.
Poor fucking Demon Slayer would have won any other year.
But they were like, but if we make another one, it's going to be 2029.
Yeah.
Because of how long it takes to turn around something like that. Like, think of the Spider-Verse movie.
That's when the Demon Slayer people started doing the Nature Boy, and they're like, oh, yeah? we can crank something out next week.
And, I mean, I think, so there's a price to be paid for great animation in terms of, like, the time it takes.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that's difficult. But I agree that you can do, you can be more free with your adaptation when you're working in animation because you aren't limited by a special effects budget.
Right. Things like
Moon Knight. Like Beauty or Revival, those both work in live action a little better than things
I
like
agree.
And you can use a lot of practical effects.
I agree.
Or Something is Killing the Children because they're not as stylistically dependent upon the art.
Yes.
And like Beauty is like kind of lauded for its realistic art.
Right. Exactly.
Right. And there's nothing especially fantastical in Revival either, because it's just like a
it's a drama.
The dead have risen kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But so you can get away with using a lot of practical effects in shows like that. I think it's
there's even
the lead.
Before we move on with that thought, there's even Marvel and DC characters that I don't need done live action. I would much rather see anime. Moon Knight, for example.
Razorback.
I would much rather have an animated Moon Knight series that is dark, that is creepy, that's him. Like, it can be based on what we're doing in the book right now with the, the Midnight Mission and all that shit. Or
an animated Midnight Mission would be so fun.
It'd be incredible. You got a family, you got a story and everything, and vampires and werewolves, or go back and tell me some old school, like Denny O'Neil Moon Knight stories, in like a real gritty kind of, hulky sort of just style. And when you just put it on the screen, and it doesn't help that the story wasn't the best, but when you just put it on the screen and the suit looks kick ass, don't get me wrong, it doesn't always work. And I'm just kind of over a lot of this live action shit. I wish we'd just get better and more animated stuff.
Yeah. And I think, and I definitely feel like, having people out there like the Love, Death, and Robots crew, the Castlevania show on Netflix was really good.
Yeah.
And
definitely
there's been a slew of them. And we've got, like you said, Invincible and the Vox Machina crew, all of that. That stuff is all like giving us that, putting us in that direction, I think.
Definitely. I think, we're just learning a very slow lesson that Japan and all of Asia learned in the 80s, or they're like, oh, adults will watch animation.
Speaking for myself, there is something special about seeing something like that you love, like a great comic or a storyline, being done well in live action. Like seeing it happen in quote unquote real life is a bit of a thrill.
Sure.
But I understand the limitations. I'm just saying, for myself, I think we can all remember how blown away we were when we saw Spider-Man for real.
Of course. Yeah.
Or even something like Blade, Iron Man, even the earlier ones. Right. And I have a hard time fighting this idea that animated projects are a little bit more disposable. I don't know if that's the right word I'm looking for, but
didn't you go to school for animation, you monster?
Look, I know, I did. You're right, I did.
Do you look at yourself in the mirror and just I wish I was dead?
I mean, look, I didn't. Obviously, I didn't make it. I didn't do anything with it. But I think that there's just something in my brain that's I could sit down and enjoy Bob's Burgers for weeks on end because there are so many episodes and they're all wonderful.
Time out. You're talking about the difference with something like Bob's Burgers and matching it to a Scavenger's Reign, which is a totally different project.
I'm saying a good show is a good show, right? So Scavenger's Reign, sure, let's use that as an example. Or Invincible, let's use that as an example. And as good as those shows might be, and as much as I enjoy them in the moment when I'm actually doing it, when I sit down to pick something to watch, my brain is I would rather see Daredevil, a real man in a suit, beat up a bunch of dudes in a hallway. And I don't know why that is, but that's a personal thing. I'm glad that there are people out there that love this stuff, that champion it so well. And I'm glad that it's out there. It's just it's hard for me to get over that feeling that I should be watching something quote unquote real. I know none of it is real.
I bristle this Masters of the Universe that's coming.
It's going to be awful.
I cannot.
But
the animated Kevin Smith one was fan-fucking-tastic.
I know, but
I think that's underrated, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if both of them were on Netflix or Hulu or whatever, and it was watch the shitty live action He-Man movie or watch the awesome Kevin Smith cartoon, I'm probably going to pick the shitty movie.
You're the problem. You are the problem.
I get it. I said
Fix
at the start
yourself.
that it was a problem.
Is what I'm saying.
And I don't understand.
Get
I
your
don't
life
understand
right.
What it is, where like I can't just sit down and enjoy it for the art that it is.
Gotcha.
Like there's just something about it.
Brian Domingos, get in here. I want to hear somebody else who hates
He
cartoons.
agreed with me 100%.
I know. I want to hear somebody else who
100%.
hates cartoons.
There's
Joyless Monster, Brian Domingos, ladies and gentlemen.
no, like, so thinking about the like Spider-Verse, like those are, I need some, if I'm going to watch an animated thing, I need it to like work on, like it needs to be so huge and different and not look like something I've seen before and like, and just like wow me. And that, those are so specific. I mean, they have so many animators and different styles and like the musicality of it, like
incredible,
you know, like the drumming scenes, like just blown away by it. And then I like that Batman Cape Crusader show over this like last summer.
Yep, that was good
2
too.
summers ago. So boring. It's nice to look at.
I thought it was boring.
It is kind of boring.
I thought it was. Okay, well, I guess Animation it was definitely not groundbreaking.
Well, you know, there's just something of, like the stories are kind of like they're fine. The stories they're not bad, but they're okay, and the animation is kind of and then I just okay, like it was. I'm not sorry I watched it, but like I'm not. Oh my god, where's the next season? Like I don't care if I never see it again.
What about X-Men 90? What was it? 98, 96? What was it called?
97.
X-Men 97 was.
You were so close.
Yeah.
You danced around.
It was in there.
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, again, there was just another discussion about it in the Discord this week. Like, I was 11 or 12 when that cartoon came out.
Sure.
I would beg my mother to get home so I could watch the last 5 minutes of every episode because I was an X-Men fan, and like that is all I wanted. Like I wanted to see them.
Sure.
It's a bad cartoon.
It's a bad cartoon.
It's boring.
Yes.
And the animation is bad, and you get those things where like no care was put into it.
No,
you know? And I think
absolutely not.
And that's not everything, but like there's just it's bad. The new one was rejuvenated and they did better. Like the animation was so much, light years ahead of the old one.
Oh yeah.
Season 2 of that, they're gonna step it up. Like if it's more of the same, I don't know that I care. Like I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I'm not afraid for season 2. I think
they need to take a bigger swing, though. I agree.
Yes.
And we've talked about this before, and I got some, trash talk to me about it, and like that the one you mentioned, Scavengers, whatever.
Scavengers.
I don't know that it was lovingly, but I put that on, and I was like, I would not watch this under any circumstance. I'm glad it exists.
My wife was the same exact way. She was just like, no.
It's just like, oh my god, it's quiet. It's so quiet. And there's just like it's just not for me. But like I love an animator getting paid. I love like even terrible TV shows. I'm like, there's a key grip who has health insurance because of this show, and I fully support it. Like I think that show sucks. And I hope he gets to work on he or she works on a different show. But like, like the animation, I think animation's so huge. I hate AI. I love the real thing.
Yeah.
But
agreed.
My preference is like, I don't want a live action animation thing of like something you could put a good actor in. I'd like to see an actor do it.
We've been
doing this for decades.
I get it.
Since the 90s, right? Like since the 90s where they really started putting money into stuff. And there's still so few really good things, and I don't get it. Like,
that's the problem. It's capturing the lightning in the bottle, right? It's capturing the lightning in the bottle. That's the trick. You can grab the right actor, you can throw all the money in the world at it, and you can end up with an Ant-Man 3, where we just go, ugh, this is just mush. This is...
I tried watching
that's Marvel being a victim of their own success, right? Where they're scared now.
Yeah.
Well, that's
because
the machine, right?
Right. And it's just like, look, I defended their decision to replace Edgar Wright for Ant-Man 1. Like, I get it. But then by the time the Eternals movie got made, they hired a Chloe Zhao,
who's probably going to win an Oscar this year. Who's probably going to win an Oscar.
She is probably going to win an Oscar. Hamnet will probably win Best Picture.
No,
and
it won't win Best Picture. She might win Best Director.
She might win Best Director.
Yeah.
And they hired her And they were like, okay, but we need to show Icarus punching stuff. Because they also don't understand the Eternals.
Well, sure.
And, you know, it's...
Yeah, who does?
I mean, why make
that's
well,
that's an excellent question.
That's a different problem, but yeah.
It's like, how do we do the Inhumans but more boring? How do we do that? Oh, we do the
right, yeah, exactly.
It's like, holy God.
That's the only reason the Eternals got made, because they already took a shit on the Inhumans and they went, well, we can't quite wash that off yet. That was JD. But yeah, like I mean, the Inhumans was still a poison pill, so we couldn't do it. How much I would have loved a really weird Inhumans movie, like totally bizarre, with Chloe Zhao doing it, and just go nuts, baby, freak out with the Inhumans, you know. And hey, let's introduce a Fantastic Four while we're at it, you know, like fuck it, you know.
So like Jim brings up again, Bone Temple. Boning down in the boneyard.
Same director as the Marvels.
Same director as the Marvels. And the Marvels, we can all agree, suffered under Marvel's heavy hand, probably.
When Jim said it's the same director as the Marvels, my brain went, I do not remember the Marvels movie. Which movie was that?
I remember the cats.
So forgettable.
The Flurkins.
So fucking forgettable.
That was a great thing.
Yeah,
I loved that movie. I really did.
It was just
I like it too. I think
forgettable.
It's a good movie, but I think it could have been way better if
it could have been way better.
Had let the director do her thing.
Yeah.
That's their story, though. Unfortunately, nowadays, so they don't let the directors do their thing. So,
and you know, hopefully they've learned that lesson after this string of kind of like mediocre things that had mediocre reception. But then, you know, with Thunderbolts getting such high praise, but also not great at the box office, it's like, I don't know, man.
Don't hold your breath.
I don't know. I finally
No, they haven't learned anything. They have not learned anything.
They haven't.
Yeah, you're probably right.
No.
I finally saw Fantastic Four, and
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's a movie.
It's fun. I had a fun time with it.
It's
fun, but that's it. That was it.
Right.
And like I've revisited both Fantastic Four and Superman. And the second time I revisited Superman, still got goosebumps, still laughed, still felt fucking great in the end.
I would love to go back and watch Superman again. That was so much fun. And I came out of it saying it was fun.
I will say this though. We've been getting these minute and a half long Avengers Doomsday teasers, right?
Yeah.
There have been the first couple, you know, Thor, Captain America, sure, whatever. The X-Men one, it really pushes your buttons. And then the Black Panther one with Shuri and M'Baku, when Ben Grimm shows up at the end of that trailer, I freaked the fuck out.
But what you didn't
because actually seeing the Fantastic Four interact with the Marvel Universe made my day.
Really? Because like you knew it was going to happen. We all know it's going to happen.
Well, I know, but we haven't seen it. We have not seen it before. We haven't seen it until now.
No, this is. I get it, Joe. I understand. It's still it's bingo card.
Yeah,
we're just crossing them off. Oh my God!
I get it. I mean, look, man, I know. They know how to manipulate the audience.
It's just, they're when all I saw was Namor, and I said, "Oh God, we're doing
Namor."
No,
I'm sorry, it's
no
more.
Yeah, Namor, no Namor. Like, he's bad. He's a
I heard
bad
you,
dude.
Ian. We'll get there.
He's a bad character. That was a bad movie.
It was a bad movie.
Like they're like, don't forget these people. It's like
it was a bad movie.
Jim,
that started very well.
I am an easy mark, Jim. You're right about that.
He's the easiest.
Ian had a point.
Yeah.
I don't have a point. I have a question. What is exciting about the X-Men trailer?
Thank you. Because you know what sucks?
There's like, I'm sorry, and I know like I'm the like they've been absolute fucking flatlines.
Yeah, same.
Like you're just like I'm so sorry. Like I gotta look at this fucking old ass guy again.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? It's been almost 30 years of this shit. Find anybody new. I'm tired of Fassbender. I'm tired of McAvoy. I'm way more tired of Stewart. I'm way more tired of McKellen.
Yes.
So
it's not interesting anymore. We have plumbed the depths of these characters time and time again. There is nothing left.
Could not agree more.
All right.
Couldn't agree more.
So this is a theory, and I don't know if it was you, Damon, that posted it, or if I read it somewhere else, but
Potentially.
The theory is the X-Men, the Fox X-Men involvement is going to be limited to only a few minutes. And the theory by whomever it was that their world is going to get incursioned.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like right off the fucking bat.
So
Of course.
You lead with weakness in the trailer, then, is what you're telling me. That's what their strategy is. Lead with these guys who are only going to be in it for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, it's gonna get people excited. It's gonna get some people excited.
Got Joe
Not
Patrick
everybody,
excited.
obviously.
That's
in essence, sorry. In
Go ahead,
essence,
Frank.
it's going to be like the Crisis on the WB, where they show you, when you saw Dick Grayson walking Ace down the street, and he's like, "Holy blah, blah, blah," whatever he said.
Yeah.
And then you saw, I can't remember the actor's name now. Kevin Conroy, and all those universes got like kind of like chop, as the Crisis kind of just took them over. So that's basically what they're going to do. I get. It sounds like.
Yeah.
And
that's
probably
my guess.
It's Marvel's Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you make a good point in that it was already done better by a subpar product.
Yeah. Look, the last Deadpool movie already got rid of this. We're done. We had the feels. We went, oh, great. Thank you. That was fun. I feel good about it. It was a good way to make fun of it and close the fucking book. Because you know what I don't care about? I do not care about the Fox X-Men movies. Any of them. End of line. Logan, rare exception. The rest of them, I don't fucking care. They're not that great.
Like Logan.
They're just not that great.
I mean, that's fair. That's
and Logan
fair.
suffers.
I understand that some people feel that way.
JD, I don't blame you.
Like,
Logan suffers
me,
from three movies before it that sucked.
You see Cyclops in the hands of the studio that we wish had them all along. Ripping off his mask and being fucking Cyclops. It's just like, ooh, that's fun.
I don't want that kid.
But we know
Cyclops.
that it's all going away, and the X-Men we're gonna get in the actual MCU will all be new characters, or new actors.
Yes,
and
that's fine.
That X-Men '97, that Jim Lee costume, will never work in live action.
No,
it is pretty goofy looking.
No,
that thing looks bad.
Yeah, it looks really, really bad.
It even looks bad in the trailer.
And look, I get what you're saying about Ben Grimm. Yeah, I really, this is the best Ben Grimm we've ever fucking had. No question, right? In a movie that was fine. But when you're like, oh my God, he's meeting Shuri, a character that I don't give two single shits about.
He's also meeting M'Baku.
I know, great. Oh, M'Baku.
I was happy to see M'Baku.
I mean, M'Baku's great. I love that character.
Isn't M'Baku king of Wakanda?
That's what he says.
He is king of Wakanda.
But they've barely done
He introduced himself
anything.
as Ben Grimm of Yancey Street between Broome and Reed Street.
Yeah,
right.
But we've barely done anything with that character in these movies. He showed up and have some fun lines. We go, fuck yeah, more of him, please. And they're like, no. We're going to focus on the boring stuff.
I feel like the marketing meeting for Doomsday is just like somebody pointed to a picture of the Leo pointing at the screen meme.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. But you know what? Again, going back to being an easy mark, like sometimes that's enough to get me excited about a project where it's just like, I love a shared universe. I love continuity. So
sure.
I like seeing a character, Ben Grimm, that I have been dying to see in the actual Marvel universe for so long, and actually seeing it, I was like, oh man, that really pushes my buttons. And I get it. I understand. It's a flash in the pan. It's a trailer. Sure, he sucks, whatever. But like, I loved that moment. It's an effective trailer to me. I understand what you guys are saying about the X-Men, but like having the X-Men under Marvel Studios' hand at all, to me, I think is a good thing. And so I don't know, man. I think that
I'm with you, Joe, in many ways.
And
it's just like, look.
So like Mark says, take a page out of the Flash movie playbook from Andy Spaghetti, where you've got Ben Affleck for the first 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden it's Michael Keaton, and then at the last second it's George Clooney. It's just like, yeah, do it. have the smoke clear at the end of Secret Wars, and everybody's that survived is like, oh man, we woke up on Earth is whole and safe, yay! And I gotta go see if the X-Men are okay because they helped us fight the Beyonder or whatever, Doctor Doom, and they find the X-Men and they're all different.
No,
Like, yeah, do it.
no, that's
100%. Do
No.
it. I don't care.
And listen, I'm totally on board. I don't know.
No.
I know there's a lot of resistance in the THN, for example, about this just rebooting everything. I just want it.
well, they have to.
The universe has gotten to a point.
There's no choice.
Where
You have to.
It just needs to happen.
Yeah, there's no
and
choice.
I am down to see this movie. Like, I'm not sure, like, exactly it's going to be like, the greatest movie of all time. But unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on what side you do it is necessary.
Yeah.
And I think it will be entertaining enough where I'm not going to be like, oh God, what is this? I'm not that passionate to say either way at this point. I just want it to be entertaining.
Same.
And I know I know the end goal is going to end up being. And for me, if it reboots the entire universe, I don't care. It's fine. There'll be new stories to tell. There'll be new cast of characters. And I'm willing to at least give it a shot. I mean, I haven't been like totally stoked of everything being released, but I'm not going to be like, oh shit, and I'm just going to shit on it before even seeing anything. I have no idea.
Like, look, they backed a dump truck. They backed a dump truck full of money up to Chris Evans's porch, and they got him back for one last ride.
Of course.
And I don't think for one hot second that Captain America 5 is going to be back to Chris Evans.
No.
Of course not.
Hell no. No way. Not possible.
To see him come back to say goodbye.
Yeah.
To the
course,
first.
why not?
To the first.
Goodbye.
Yeah, we said goodbye.
But
I know.
We said goodbye to Chris Evans. We said goodbye to the Avengers. But for them to come back and kind of put a pin in the first iteration of the MCU.
Another one.
Whatever. At this point, I get it, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's fine.
It's a movie, not a voodoo doll. Come on.
I feel like this is the equation. Is like they're laundering our need for nostalgia through marketing. It's like let's get him excited to say goodbye to Steve Rogers again because we literally have nothing else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. I agree.
I get it. I understand. I understand that feeling. I'm not that cynical about it.
If it's good, I hope it's great. I hope I go in and I go, this was the best. I can't believe they pulled that off. Do I trust that they can? No.
Okay, here's the deal. I cannot. This is just me personally. I'm not going to poo-poo or praise this movie until it comes out. I'm curious about it. I am not going to be like, this is like, oh, the greatest movie or it's going to be the worst movie all the time. I can't say. It has 30 seconds of trailers in like four different spots. We don't even know the plot.
The movie is going to be. I think we're commenting on our feelings about what we know about it.
Oh, yeah. I get it. But I'm just not that passionate to take it down just yet. However, having said that, show me the movie and then we shall see.
Damon, I totally agree about we don't know what it's going to be until it's here. Except we've seen the desperation of this movie company for the last since what. 2019.
For a bit. But
I don't know if my wife is going to leave me tomorrow, but I have lots of data backing up the fact that I'm pretty sure she'll be here. And you make predictions based on available data. And the available data that we have is that Marvel has kind of been shitting the bed recently.
Yeah.
Right. And I get it. But again, like I said, I do believe that this is a necessary, whatever. If you want to go from that viewpoint, they are definitely pushing it through because they have to. So it's like whatever the next phase is going to be. Next phase may be shit. We don't know.
Yeah.
But
the phases, they got to bail on the phases. I'm telling you.
I really hope they do.
And really, because it's expectation setting, and they are victims of their own situation. Think about every movie.
The audience gets too fixated on it.
Oh, and by the way, there's a whole nother data set for Star Wars.
Movie and then not making it.
There's a whole nother Star Wars data set where they're doing the same thing.
Loves to stand in front of that timeline.
Yeah.
Loves to stand in front of that timeline.
There's a part of me, side note, that I hope that James Gunn doesn't fall victim. I know he has like a whole chapters and all that stuff. So I just hope that's not like a studio mandate. But, that's another topic altogether.
Frank, you were trying to say something.
I was going to say, what if what we're seeing in the trailers doesn't actually make it to the movies and there's just like brief, literal 30 seconds of the X-Men Fox universe, and then Chris Evans just like something with Chris Evans. I know they're saying will return. They're like, oh yeah, these guys will return.
It would never happen.
When they say the X-Men will return, that doesn't mean it's the Fox X-Men. They could make a completely new X-Men. They can make a completely new Captain America.
So there is
what we're
something to
seeing
back
in
that
the
up.
trailers could just be like, this is it. This is what you're seeing. I mean, it would be an incredible marketing move to put these guys in trailers, make these little mini tiny 2-minute movies.
Sure.
And then not even put it in the film.
The problem is there's another movie.
Right. And
this is just for part one.
There's a whole nother movie.
Well, I think though that at least that Fox X-Men, I think that has been shown. They're not going to be in Secret Wars one way or the other. At least not the whole cast. So
I just can't wait till they reboot the entire Marvel universe like somebody else.
I'm at that point too.
You have to do it.
I'm at that point too.
You need young actors. You need 20-year-olds.
Sure.
You need to hire someone who's 22 years old to play Captain America. You need to hire someone who's 6 years old, 27 to play Iron Man. You can't get a 50-year-old actor, or at the time he was like 40, to portray Iron Man.
Watch them. They're going to do it.
Yeah, watch them try.
They got a 70-year-old War Machine.
Well, I mean, of anybody they could do it for, it's Iron Man, because all you need to do is film his head inside that dark bubble with the special effects pop-up windows all over his face, and then anything else is just a guy in a suit.
Poor Ian's trying to get a thought out.
I love Robert Downey Jr. He redefined that character for an entire generation. But his time is over. The man is 50. The man's 60 years old.
Yes, of course, I agree.
He's done. Of course, he's done with that, bro.
Ian's desperately trying to get a thought out here.
Yeah, stop giving him $50 million. Stop it.
Exactly. Yeah, for real. Waste your money on that. Hire somebody new.
I was just going to say that they did hire a younger fit Captain America. It was Kurt Russell's kid.
Yeah, and he's great.
And it's like you could have developed him. You could have used him. He looks good on camera. He's not a bad actor.
They could have redeemed U.S. Agent.
We don't know.
He did look like Ed Asner from Up in that helmet, though.
He looked like.
He really did. A good call.
So let me ask this, and this is just completely hypothetical. This week in Star Wars news, we heard that Kathleen Kennedy is stepping down, and Dave Filoni is getting the job, right? And going to move into King of Star Wars or whatever.
The hat's going to be calling the shots.
Yeah, he's the grand Star Wars wizard.
Star Wars, I love that job.
Do you think Kevin Feige needs to step down?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, I mean,
peaceful transfer of power, right? That's kind of what our democracy is built on.
We need a new bit.
Not anymore.
In theory.
Yeah.
Maybe they need to have a January 6th style coup at the Marvel Studios.
Well, you know what? We're going to find out in November if he's still got a job in January. If
I found out. So I said it before. I think when we're comparing Marvel Studios to DC right now, why DC's killing it with James Gunn. Why I think it's also good that Dave Filoni is doing it is James Gunn is a filmmaker. James Gunn has written, directed, and made movies. Dave Filoni is a TV showrunner. He has written, directed, and made Star Wars TV. Kevin Feige's an executive.
Yeah.
Right.
Always has been. So
and we need a filmmaker. We need a storyteller at the head of Marvel Studios.
Well, I think. Listen,
I don't know what it is.
I think here's the thing. I think Kevin Feige's secret weapon, and the moment when the MCU really started to come together and stop doing such a collection of random films, was when the Russo brothers jumped in. And I think the Russo brothers were those guys. I think they were the ones who kind of like helped Kevin Feige shepherd the Marvel Cinematic Universe towards Endgame. And like, then they leave. Right? And it's sort of like you hire J.J. Abrams to film the Force Awakens, but you don't get him to sign on for all 3 films. Second guy comes in, blows your plan up, and now you got to hire the guy back. Last minute.
Crazy. That was insane.
Yeah. But doesn't it, that's what it feels like bringing the Russo brothers back for Doomsday. It's just like, hey, we couldn't do it without you guys. Can you come in at the 9th inning and pitch a closer for us?
Kind of.
Oh, and Robert Downey Jr. I mean, this is This is the safest thing they could possibly do.
Chris Evans.
It's also
Kevin
But it's
Feige
also-
pulling up in a Quinjet being like, I'm getting the team back together.
I mean, at least with Chris Hemsworth, the guy has never once said that he's done playing Thor. He's just like,
retired
just
from acting.
Because he's smart.
Well, sure, but because of his health.
He
But,
had some other issues,
yeah, but I mean,
unrelated. but-
at the time, he's just like, yeah, I'll keep making Thor movies. You bet. Let's do it. But then he found out that stuff about his health, and so he kind of stepped back. But
Wait, what's
only there were
for a while.
another Hemsworth.
well, they tried to replace a beloved actor in a beloved role with Adam Hemsworth.
I don't
and
need
it
the
didn't work so good.
Don't need the other Hemsworth stepping into anything. Thank you.
Ask Witcher fans how they feel about
with
another Hemsworth.
that. I gave him 3/4 of one episode, and I went, "That's enough. That'll be enough."
So, yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see what shakes out in the next couple of years with Marvel Studios. James Gunn has a plan. It's a 10-year plan. So he has said, and we're barely getting started with that thing. We haven't even seen any other directors doing their stuff yet, and we're gonna. So we just watch them for a while. But with Marvel Studios, I feel like it feels like a real sea change is coming, and I don't know what it's going to look like when these 2 Avengers movies are over.
They just changed the Avengers park back to the first 3 movies, like Star Wars is doing in Disneyland, right? I mean,
sure,
and we're
right.
good.
That blows my mind. When John talked about that, it didn't occur to me for one second that there wasn't really any OG trilogy stuff at Galaxy's Edge.
No.
Yeah, I can confirm that because it was interesting. There was so much
other than the Falcon, but the Falcon was
level.
also in the sequel trilogy.
Yeah. But and nobody went.
Oh, and I just heard that they're taking down.
Disney. I'm sorry.
Or I was just gonna say that what?
John's calling his kids to lunch.
Oh
yeah.
You're all right, John.
So they were saying I just heard that they're actually taking down Rise of the Resistance for refurbishing.
Oh, I love that ride too.
That's what
that was a good ride.
So Skelenot posted all about how they're taking down all of it.
Yeah,
sequel trilogy stuff and replacing it with original trilogy stuff.
Yeah,
is the ride too? I thought they were just refurbishing it.
No.
It's done.
Yeah, they're refurbishing it into something.
Yeah,
different.
they put out a big teaser like Darth Vader coming to Galaxy's Edge in 2027 or whatever.
All the original characters. I just saw it recently too.
Yeah, you know why? When the Knights of Ren showed up, kids went, "I don't give a shit," and I didn't read that book, and that doesn't make any sense if the Knights of Ren were around before Ren was around. So fuck off.
That's all I was saying. What you're saying, Frank, about the Millennium Falcon? Because I also love that ride too.
It actually has the rectangular radio dish on it rather than the circular one because that's from the new movie.
Yeah.
So
that's right.
That's
true.
And
they're gonna have to replace that dish. Otherwise, people are gonna.
As a Disney, Disney and a Star Wars fan, I can tell you that too is not interesting. Mm-mm. It really isn't.
No, it really wasn't
because they're just focusing. They're just focusing on the last part of the trilogy of the movie series. There's no reference. You've got Mandalorian coming in, and that was probably the most interesting thing was you had Mando walking around with Grogu, and I didn't get to see it.
Everyone was gaga for Grogu back when that park opened.
It made no sense. Oh, Disney has made so many mistakes with that part of the park. That hotel was an absolute.
Oh, that was bad. Oh my god!
It was an absolute money pit.
You don't want to pay $500 a night for a room without windows?
Yeah, it was insane. Exactly. It was kind of crazy. Yeah,
you had to book a minimum of 3 nights.
I made a joke when John was posting that stuff, and how kids would visit the park and parents would be like, because it's all sequel trilogy and prequel stuff, it would be parents walking around going, "All right, Timmy, put your arm around Sebulba.
Yeah.
Let's get a photo with Sebulba."
Hey kids, it's Elon Sleazebagano. Check it out.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Oh, we're gonna go to Dexter's Cafe for lunch.
Oh, right.
It's just like
good. By the way, I will say that.
The hotel thing was such a problem because it was so expensive, and who is notorious for having so much disposable income? Cosplayers.
Oh yeah, that's right.
All right.
Let's target a hotel to one main audience that are notoriously broke.
Sure.
Hey, how are the Force fries at Dexter Jester's?
Terrible. Fucking garbage. Just garbage, man. It was awful.
Matt, did you go to Galaxy's?
No. We were supposed to. My buddy Devin and I were like, well, yeah, we should do it.
I will say
for a birthday. And that year they shut it down. They were like, no. We tried to make reservations. And they went, we're not taking reservations at this time. And then a week later, they were like, we're closed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun though, but yeah, it was just weird seeing all the new trilogy stuff. I'm like, okay, whatever, but it's fine.
Yeah. But I mean, to be fair, I did hear that the food at the park was pretty good.
Oh, give me a break.
The food is
some
really
parts, some of the food is okay.
I mean, theme park food is typically just really great trash.
Exactly.
Going to a carnival and eating funnel cakes and fucking fried Oreos.
I'm not going to the Star Wars park for dinner. Okay.
Talk about it another time.
I'm going to the Star Wars park to get hit with a lightsaber by a character I recognize. All right. Jesus.
It reminds me of when we used to go to cons and you would get pictures with the cosplayers hitting you in the nuts and stuff.
It was awesome. I loved it. I've got a bunch of those pictures. All right. I got to get out of here. It's noon. Good gang hang. That was fun. We got existential.
That was a good gang hang.
We got really existential. It was good. We'll be back next week. We're finally going to do our Golden Beppos. We need to get that done.
It's not going to be a Patreon thing. It's going to be next week's episode.
It's going to be the regular show. So I'm out of town for work, so we're going to get that.
There was an unexpected hiccup in the schedule, so the Beppos will be on Wednesday.
This is good. It gives us time to collect a few more KO books for the back issue show. We'll do. We'll go back to new comics after that.
After the holidays, we hit a stream of weeks where it's like, they only put out one KO title. How are we going to do a whole episode?
It might be better for everybody, though. The deeper we get into KO,
get it over with.
It might be better for everybody.
Yeah, I'm on board, but I'm like, oh god, I have to finish reading this.
I gotta get to it. I got to at least get to the Annabelle stuff because I've been bitching about it for so long.
Oh, I do want to see that.
I just need to see it on paper.
Well, and they already changed. Okay, and I know it's like I gotta go. They already changed the tone because remember when they said this at first, when they said, "Oh, Mortal Kombat and Annabelle and all these other characters," they were like, "It's for a training month," and now they're like, "Nuh-uh, it's tag team month." Like what?
No. This month was tag team month. DCKO number 3 was the tag team.
Okay, good. Okay.
The other stuff is going to be like training day. Yeah.
Superman versus
has anybody
Homelander.
read them yet? Has anybody else read them yet? Because Matt and I came up against a thing where we were doing the tie-ins, and there was an issue. More than one issue talked about how the Heart of Apocalypse allowed.
No, the Quantum Quorum told them.
Quantum Quorum said, yeah, you can take one item into the tournament. And Matt and I were like, what?
When was that?
When did that happen?
Oh, I don't remember exactly, but I remember in the beginning that was the whole thing. Like all of them had taken their weapons, right? Like Superman got his wristy wraps.
They did the like battle royale to get the artifacts.
Scavenger hunt.
But I don't remember them saying like you can take one thing with you.
Right. I don't recall that at all. They never.
Oh, but you know what?
There was explicitly that was said.
Maybe they did though, because Superman brought his brass knuckles.
That's what I'm saying. Like with the galaxy,
Batman brought the Apocalypse.
Yeah,
armor.
I forgot. He did have the brass knuckles with the suns on them, which he has not used in a single issue yet. By the way,
I was waiting for that too. It has not happened.
Yeah.
So.
What
the brass knuckles? He hasn't used them.
Yeah, he's wearing them all the time. They just don't really.
He's
been wearing them the whole time.
Not when he fought Captain Atom.
He's using it against Homelander, at least in the art shots that we've seen. Definitely his hands are wrapped with it.
I think during the actual fights when you're choosing the forms, he doesn't have them. But like when you just see him in the book, he's got them on.
So how come when the Red Hood chose his form, he got to bring his chemical gun?
His gun full of Joker juice. It's like that's the one item because you thought for sure you'd be paired up against the Joker?
Sure.
Like, come on.
I mean, he knows the writers, so he gets it.
Well, and also I think, Red Hood is always like, I'm gonna fight the Joker.
I guess.
Oh yeah, well that's his whole thing. That's just why he's the Red.
Jason Todd assuming that a gun full of the same stuff from the vat at Ace Chemicals is going to do anything at all to the Joker is the same to me as like Dustin and Lucas in Stranger Things going, I think it's this incredibly intense scientific principle.
Well,
like it's fucking nonsense.
Who's to
Why
say
would Jason Todd know that?
Who's to say Jason was going to be like, eat shit, Zatanna, and shoot her in the face with Joker juice? I don't know.
Oh my God.
Fair enough.
Right? All right, I really got to get out of here. This was fun though. We'll see you next week. This is Two-Headed Nerd signing off, kids.
Later.
Bye.